New Year. In 3 weeks, we can say it again. It's not yet, but soon is Year of the Rabbit. Musangsa was born in rabbit year, Tokiti. So maybe this year is a good year. Everybody get enlightenment. So rabbit represents prosperity, long life, wisdom. Rabbit's, very soft. So rabbit has to be smart so that animals don't catch it. My favorite painting in Korea is rabbit handing a long pipe to a tiger. I'm bumpy. This is a tokidi. So I thought, he's giving me something to smoke. Oh. Also, I read about the two rabbits together means like a harmonious relationships. So this year, maybe we should try to make a harmonious relationships with all those around us. Everybody knows in the West and now a little bit in Asia, this is Solar New Year today. Why in the West they begin this the New Year today? Why did that appear? In Asia more follow the moon cycles, but in the West they follow historically the sun cycle. We all know Dongji is the day of the year that has the shortest time of the sun up, the shortest light. So in the West also, we don't say exactly Dongji, but all the original religions in the West understand that day is the shortest time the sun is up. And, we know all human beings a long time ago, we learn everything from nature. So we really paying attention to nature. So people noticed in Asia, the West, everywhere, sun is less time showing light every day as it gets into this time of year. So people were worried, maybe the sun's going to disappear, not come up. Then Dongji appeared, shortest day. Western people say solstice. It's Sol means a sun, solstice. The shortest time sun is visible. Then for about 3 days after that, the daylight is still short. Then around December 25, the sun starts to come up a little earlier again. But maybe the Western people still not sure, is the sun really going to come up more? They wait a week, and then January 1st, okay, the sun's coming back. So that became January 1st, beginning of year. So, we have good luck because we have inyan with Buddha and Buddha's teaching. Because Buddha understands the nature of this life. What is this life? And this universe. And how suffering appears and how we can take away that suffering. For me, I'm still always amazed. Wow, I was able to meet this teaching and a great teacher and a country that has a Buddhist tradition. I feel so grateful, so fortunate. So we're fortunate we have this inyan, this good inyan with a Buddhist teaching and with each other. So we have to actually use it, put it into practice. And you do. That's why you're here today. Me too. So 4 things very important in Buddhist teaching. First is this faith. We have a body, we have a family, we have our consciousness, but we also have this Buddha nature. Everybody has that. So first we have this faith in this Buddha nature. It's pure, it's clear, it's beyond life and death. It's with you when you live, when you die, even afterwards. Never lose our Buddha nature. It's always there. Beginning to grow this faith, this confidence in our Buddha nature is very important. I have an American friend who was a sanim under Kusan sanim at Musangsa 50 years ago. And one day I was visiting with my friend, and we were talking about practicing in Korea. And he told me one day he went to his teacher, Kusan sanim, and he said to Kusan sanim, if I have more faith, I could practice more. And Kusan sanim said, practice is faith. So whether you feel inside, oh, I believe, I don't believe, you come here. That is belief. That is confidence in my true self. So wonderful. Or as Sungsan Kunsunim used to say, wonderful. Then later, wonderful. Wonderful. So I'm very happy we are all here today together. The second important thing is our behavior. Most people know this action is a good, this action not so good. Sometimes we don't know, so we can learn. But sometimes we know this action not so good, but we do it anyway. So second teaching and important thing in the Buddhist teaching is we try to make our behavior better, correct way. Actually, Wan Hyo Desa said, that's the path to happiness. But still, sometimes it's difficult for us to do it because we want something. So meditation, number 3, meditation important. Not just chamsan, but the suheng. Some kind of do it. So you come here bowing and the kido and sometimes the sitting, many kinds of suheng possible. That's learning to train our mind. If you can train your mind, then you'll be much happier. We all want our children to train their minds. Study, don't play video game. So we also have to train our mind. Practice, don't gossip a lot. Yeah. You know, even with the children or the grandchildren, study, you can play video game little bit. So practice, you can gossip little bit, okay? Everybody here spent your life working hard for your job, also take care of your family. So also we practice strongly, we get a good benefit. Sometimes we practice strongly, but we don't get the benefit we want. Then we have to realize maybe my thinking is wrong. Maybe I want to become rich. I bow, I chant, but I don't become rich. Maybe Buddha understand, oh, if you become rich, more problem. One of Sungsan Sinim's Korean students was Shimgum-do master, sword master. Yeah. He had a school in Boston. Then I lived in the Providence Zen Center maybe 1 hour away. When I was a new student of Sungsan Sinim, I still layperson. I was still Gosanim. I talked to Sungsan Sinim. I want to go live at Shimgum-do Center. Then he said, why? He said, oh, I want to do Shimgum-do, get more energy. Then Kunsinim said to me, if you have more energy, you have more problems. Then I thought, uh-oh, I think he's correct. I have many desires. If I have more energy, I only want my desire. So sometimes we get what we want, but it doesn't help us. But my experience is if you practice, you get what you need. Only sometimes my thinking is wrong. I don't want that. I want that. But actually, this is what will help me. So I have an interesting poem from a great Zen master in China. He lived during the time of, in Korea, United Shilla. Then his poem says, rather than resting the body, rest the mind. If you completely attain mind, the body has no problems. If both mind and body become clear, for the God-man, for that person, a high-class job is not necessary. That's very interesting. I like that poem. Then in this poem, he says, if you completely attain mind, the body has no problems. Doesn't mean you're always healthy, you're always comfortable. It doesn't mean that. It means getting older or getting sick, that's natural. So it's okay. And maybe your body has some pain, but your mind's okay. No problem. I kind of like getting older. It can't do as much. I look in the mirror. You don't look so good anymore. That's okay. Old tree also looks broken. So that means how take care of our mind, how practice with our mind, not just the body. If we come to the temple and just many kido and bowing, but in my mind, I want, that's not correct practicing. In the Sanpang, also somebody sitting, I want enlightenment. That's not correct. That's not correct practice. Just do it. You already set your GPS, you know. help my family or take away my suffering or make somebody healthy. You already said it. You don't need to keep thinking about it. So there's a story about great Chinese Zen Master Majo. Before he got enlightened, he liked to sit in a cave on the mountain where his teacher's temple stayed. So he spent many hours, many days just sitting in a cave. His teacher was 7th Patriarch, Chilcho. Yeah. Then one day his teacher thought, I wonder how Majo's doing. So he climbed up the mountain and found the cave where Majo practiced. Then he went into the cave and he saw Majo sitting in meditation, very serious. Then his teacher said, what are you doing? Sitting. Why are you sitting? I want to become Buddha. Then his teacher went out and came back with a roof tile. Then he sat down on the floor of the cave and started rubbing the roof tile with a stone. Very annoying, very noisy. Finally, Majo said to him, what are you doing rubbing that roof tile with a stone? Then the 7th Patriarch said, I'm trying to make a mirror. Then Majo said, you can't make a mirror just rubbing that. Yeah, how can you make a mirror just rubbing that with a stone? Then 7th Patriarch said, how can you become Buddha just sitting like that? Then that really hit Majo's mind. So Majo said, teacher, what can I do? Then 7th Patriarch said, when you have a cart and a horse and you want to go, do you hit the cart or do you hit the horse? Then Majo heard that, got enlightened. So when we come and we're practicing in the temple or at home, Kido or bowing or reading sutra or meditation, then not just I want, you must have hit your own mind. What's this? Where is this coming from? If we do that, then we will get wisdom, the 4th important thing. Wisdom means the beginning to understand myself and be able to deal with myself well. When I get that, then slowly I begin to understand others. If you want that, then the baby's correct. Cots! You must use your practice a little, cut your thinking. Yeah, so today's January 1st. Sun New Year's. Very smart. So the sun coming up more and more every day. So I hope inside our confidence in our true nature, ourselves, it becomes brighter this whole year. Then whatever circumstances come and go, you can make them brighter from inside. So I wish everybody a year of happiness, of good health, of good fortune. And let's all practice a Buddhist teaching in our lives. Sangbo hashipshyo.